Next up on Keeping It 100 with Conan, the Seduction 747 has arrived. Your captain wants you to know that in the event of overexcitement, your seat cushion may be used as a flotation device. So without further ado, the Merchant of Venom, the Golden Announcer, the Invisible Hand, the Best Quote Machine, Don Exotico, the Microphone Slayer, the Winnipeg Player, and Keeping It 100 Hall of Famer, Cyrus, is here.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait
for 1 fucking minute.
But some people said that you might have buried him on your telecast when he was on there.
Oh, you mean on Impact Wrestling?
Yeah.
When he was in Las Vegas in the turkey trot match?
Right. And here's the other thing. This should have started the whole show. He also is demanding extra payment, and on top of that, some sort of congratulatory, whether it's here on the show.
Here's all I want. All I want. I think I deserve it. Okay? Sure. Is that you guys brought me into Impact, all right? Under the guise that I was going to be able to meet Scarlett Bordeaux. Okay?
Right. You did meet her.
I did get to meet her. Okay? Also, it was the first time in the history of televised wrestling that the Thanksgiving night show did a ratings boost from the week before. And the only really thing different besides the turkey thing, which is an annual tradition, the only thing different about that show was that I was on that show. Okay? And so I think it would be just like, the fact that I gave you 100% effort, I showed up on time for all my production, all the production requests that you guys had of me. I showed up early for. I was on time. I was punctual. I was very professional. I think what I do deserve is a hearty thank you from you, and as a representative of Impact for what I did for your show.
Right.
I think it's
Could I also add to that? And Don, I haven't spoken to you about this before, but I will say it now. I did speak to Scott and to Ed Nordholm about this, but a lot of people were complaining about Disco in the dressing room as being annoying, overbearing, and kind of a jackass. So I just want you to know he does have heat. He does have heat in the dressing room.
I know Johnny Impact was mad because Disco kept trying to get an autograph from him and asking him to take his shirt off. I don't know what that was about. But,
Right?
Kept asking all the guys, hey, do you work out? Let me see your guns. Just roll that sleeve up. That was weird. Right. In terms of extra payment, I will say that Glenn initially had offered to pay us to be on television, because I guess it's been a bit of a dry spell for the last 20 years. So I think he was looking to get some TV exposure. So there's no extra payment.
Right.
What I will say, though, Conan, is this, and I'm going to surprise everyone. So, Glenn, I'm not going to thank you for what you did. I'm not going to. Does that surprise you, Glenn?
I would expect nothing less of you not thanking me.
Would it surprise you that I'm going to take it one step further? I'm going to acknowledge as fact that Disco popped a rating for us. I'll lay it on the line. Glenn, the whole thing with having you come down there was, I set it all up. You were set up to fail. It was all to make you look stupid. I figured we'd tank in the ratings. The hardest day to run a show, Thanksgiving. And I could have blamed you for everything. Does that surprise you that I set that up?
No, not at all. And
No, this is what surprises me. You're putting him too much. Are you on pills?
No, wait. I did that.
I like this. I don't like this at all, Todd.
No, I set him up to fail. And I have to say, Glenn, everything you just said was true. You showed up on time. You did exactly what was required and more. And yes, Glenn Gilberti popped a bigger rating than we've had on a Thanksgiving show in many, many years. And I got to say that, and so I will acknowledge all of those things. Does that surprise you, Glenn?
Glenn, that's great.
No, it does not.
Why aren't you thanking him? The guy's putting you over.
He asked me a question. He says, does that surprise me? I said, no, it does not surprise me that he's saying that, because I think, as much as me and Don have disagreed with things, I think everybody can acknowledge, based on listening to him, that Don is not a dumb cookie. That Don is an intelligent, well-versed man that's an executive vice president of one of the top wrestling companies.
Wait 1 minute. That's not what you say when we get to this.
I think by him saying that, It's a tremendous endorsement coming from a person of his constitution.
Okay,
Well-
exactly. No. Wait 1 minute before you go on, and I hate to interject.
Sure.
I know exactly what's going on now. February, we're in Vegas, right, Don?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just assuming he's trying to somehow finagle his way back onto the show. But go ahead, say.
You know what? I'll say this.
Right.
He doesn't have to finagle or work or swerve anything. Glenn, here's my message to you and to the listeners of Keeping It 100. And I do hope that, we'll all acknowledge my Hall of Fame status at some point in this conversation. But, Glenn, not only will I acknowledge that you popped the rating, and I will thank you for popping the rating, and I will thank you for your professionalism backstage, because every feedback I got was not that you were annoying, but that you were the most professional person that they'd worked with, and they were shocked at the great reaction. And I'm going to take it one step further. Not only am I going to thank you, Glenn, I didn't come on here to thank you. I came on here to offer you a job with Impact Wrestling when we're in Vegas because of the work you did. I'm blown away. You were right. I was wrong. You're going to job waiting for you. I'm hiring Glenn if he'll accept. Come down. You know when we're in Vegas, you and I talk. We talk offline. Right. Come down to the building, and you're hired, brother. I mean, you made a believer out of me, and it's very rare that I acknowledge I was wrong.
Well, that's the one thing that if you look at my career, from the time I even tried out for professional wrestling, has been supported with nothing but doubt. And all I've done in my entire career is...
This is not an acceptance speech. Put the guy over. Put the fucking guy over. He just gave you a job.
I thank the guy and I offer him a job, and we got to listen to the life story. Yeah, I get it. Everyone shit on you your whole career.
I'm honored for your invitation.
Right.
And professional wrestling, I've not retired. Professional wrestling needs me. For my fans, the lifelong fans of the Disco Inferno, I will show up for my job at Impact when you guys are in Vegas. I will be there, and I'll be there to do whatever you guys need to help your company grow and evolve.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Glenn. But I tell you, I'm talking about a top spot. Like, I'm talking about let's utilize those creative juices. Let's utilize that star power that you showed that popped that rating. I'm not talking about just some job. I'm talking about really no more turkey suit. Really utilizing the star power of the Disco Inferno,
and that's what it is. Let's be honest, it is star power. It is star power, and that's one thing we see in professional wrestling today.
And another star is telling you that Lord Cyrus,
a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
K100 Hall of Famer. I wasn't thoroughly involved in the voting process there.
Well, if you would have been on the ship, it wouldn't have happened.
I'll accept it. But that's going to be interesting. What are the dates of that, by the way? You can promote this right now for us.
February 15th, 16th, and 17th in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City, at Sam's Town Casino and Live Events. It's going to be
when
fantastic.
Do the doors open for Sam's Town? I'll be there right when the doors open on the 15th.
Well, we do like our talent to get there a little earlier. You're not a fan buying a ticket, Glenn. Kind of when we do TV, call time is about 1 o'clock. So I'd appreciate if you could get there like you did last time. You're actually early. You don't need to be early. But if you can get there at 1, that'd be great. Don't want to miss catering, kid.
Okay.
Can I ask you? Lord Cyrus, can I ask you a question?
Anything for you.
Is there any little Easter egg or any little, advance notice? Can you give us any nuggets or anything of what you might be doing with Glenn or who he might be facing or anything, or will we have to wait and see?
Here's the thing, and this is about as big as I can put anyone over. Right. Glenn reminds me a lot of me in the sense that we both are very eclectic in our skill sets. And what that means, not a bad word for a Canadian, eclectic.
It is.
What that means is, very simply, Glenn, like me, can do multiple things. He's been a creative guy. He's been a writer. He's been a producer. He's been an agent. He's been a promoter. He's been a wrestler. He's been a color commentator. Well, I don't know about that, but he's had all those things in wrestling. So it's like, I don't know specifically, because I'm like, man, with all those skills, how do I choose just one? But that's going to be part of the creative process for me.
Okay, Disco.
Yes.
You got a chance to tell them, is there anything that you would like to do? And I know you do anything to help the company evolve, but is there anything that you're maybe interested in doing?
Well, I think I deserve a title shot. I mean, if you look at my career, my background my skill level, my one-loss record,
The star
my
power.
level of competition. As a matter of fact, the last time I wrestled current WWE Heavyweight Champion AJ Styles at TNA, that was a victory by me.
And
So I
not to mention Disco, your won and loss record against luchadors.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like 97%. I think I've lost maybe one match. I beat them all. I'll you know me. I'll do anything. And you know
But
how
is there anything you want the title? I know you can make that happen, Cyrus. A title shot?
Yeah,
I think
first of all, I'm going to show up worrying about probably about $2,700 worth of clothes. Like $800 shoes and stuff. I'm going to look when I walk into the building. The fans at Sam's Town are going to say, "Hey, wrestling's here tonight. That guy looks. I bet you that guy's the champ." When they see me. So I think definitely a top spot. Anything with the A-list performers. With that would be the spot I think I deserve.
Glenn, I will make sure that you are in a featured match when it comes time for you to wrestle. It'll be, sometimes, hey, listen, remember Rock and Hogan at WrestleMania? It wasn't a title match, it was the biggest match. Some guys are such big stars, it transcends titles. Glenn doesn't need a belt. He's the Disco Inferno.
There you go.
We'll see.
There you go. All right.
Can I just say one thing, Conan?
Yep.
Can I just say one thing?
Yep.
When Glenn said about showing up looking like $1 million,
Right.
one of the other great things I think Glenn can be is a mentor to some of our young talent.
Anybody in particular?
I think they could all learn a thing or two from the Disco Inferno.
Well, if you look at the learning tree, who is Sanjay Dutt said was one of his favorite agents when he's during his wrestling career.
I think he mentioned Terry the Stooge Taylor.
No. He said no. There's a lot of guys there that came from under the disco tree that I used to work with back many years ago, and they've become in prominent positions.
Yeah. Disco. Who did you just mention? Who was that?
Sanjay.
Why would you? I'm not arguing with you, but why would you pick an underneath guy?
Well, isn't he on the creative team?
What's that?
Isn't he on the creative team?
You're talking about wrestling, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's an underneath wrestler. Why would you choose him?
Well, he at one time he was a top guy. I thought.
Did you help anyone who got over?
Scott D'Amore.
Okay, well there you go. That's probably a good thing to say if you want to get a job too. So there you go.
I think you're going to have some really good ideas for him. I can't wait.
Well, they tried. I know what they're going to do is they tried to basically the last time they tried to like in his own words, he tried to set me up to fail, try to make fun of me, and I still took a situation knocked out of the park. So I think they realized that's the type of guy you want to feature.
That's
Glenn, I think
focal points of the show. Yeah, I mean,
Glenn,
anybody.
I think you'd agree, Glenn, and Conan. Feel free to chime in. One of the hardest things to do in the wrestling business is to get over, even with the company fully behind you. It's nearly impossible to get over when they're trying to not let you get over, and that's what Glenn did. I'll be honest. We're trying to make a fool of him and he hit it out of the park.
Well, there's something to be said for his refreshing candor, Disco.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's just speaking from the heart.
That's awesome.
I'm also a Hall of Famer, so I feel I have to rise above the fray. You know what I mean?
100%.
So I can't wait, Glenn. I mean, I look forward to seeing you in Vegas and having you part of the Impact family, my friend.
Well, I'm going to be looking forward to it.
Great, man.
Anything that you want to plug, Cyrus?
You know what? Check out Impact Wrestling on the Pursuit channel Friday nights, and check us out simulcast on Twitch. If you got the internet, you got Impact, brother.
Well, let me ask you a question before you get out of here. What would just give me your overall thoughts of going back to Mexico this second time?
I loved it. It was a great crowd, over 1,300 each night. Love the Mexican talent. Of course, I love hanging out with Conan when I'm in Mexico. It's like going out with Elvis and Jesus all at once. And it's really tremendous. I think Mexico might be my favorite. Mexico City might be one of my 2 or 3 favorite cities to go to in the world, especially if I'm with K-Dog.
What did you think? I thought it was really cool at the end of the show, the second show, where everybody came up into the ring, including you.
Oh, I was so marked out for that LAX tag title match with with the Lucha Brothers. And I was so happy for you, Conan. I couldn't help myself. I jumped right up there. Plus, there was money on the ground. I thought I could get some of that.
There was. I want to thank you, Lord Cyrus, for being on our show. You always increase our numbers. That's number one. Number two, I want to thank you for coming over here and offering Disco Inferno a job. He's going to be there on time. And I want to thank you for being on Keeping It 100. Boom.